do, do, do. Ah, 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 ah. Make sure I don't stand on the cable. Good morning. What do you think of the tune? I haven't got lyrics for it yet. Right, what did you think of that rhythm? Yeah? Did you like the rhythm? Because there's no words to it, but I was just kind of trying it just to see what you thought. I mean, what you got to think about is this, yeah? There's a band, I think they're American, it's called Tool, and they play some really bizarre, like, funky tunes. So, that's what I was kind of thinking. Right. So, how are we all this beautiful day? That's what we got. We got 26 and we got 13. So you liked it. Smoke on the Water, Deep Purple, Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne, absolutely one of the most gifted people. Sadly, um, now gone, but one of the most gifted. So you'll have all seen the video which was done early this morning, and the reason why the video this morning. One second, when I take my glasses off so I can see you properly. Right. So we got Slavic, Smoke on the Water, Rock Star Players, yeah, and TANQ says hi, and Visible and Dreams Only, yes, Ottoman Empire. So, like I say, that rhythm just flashed in my head. So I was playing something on the string down from top string, which is your sixth string, and I was playing like it was scales I was playing, and then I just like do 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 do, and then that popped into my head. So I was like, wow. Long Silver. Don't look here. Listen to you. Right. Long Dong Silver. Yeah. In life, yeah, nobody's perfect. So in my younger days, much younger, 20 onwards, yeah, everybody messes around with daft stuff. Yeah. What's my favorite song by Ozzy Osbourne? Oh, wow. Loads. Damn. How's about putting me on the spot, man? And Fatima, hello. But yeah, I've just had this morning a call with social services, with the county council. I've just finished a video call with a job centre. And then the call was finished early because the next customer was waiting. So you get me early. I see you on the other side. Okay. What's going on? Welcome in, all of you beautiful people. Now, there's lots of different content here. Newcastle United, music, that's what you just heard. There was no song today, but you did get the guitar. And I wanted to like experiment with the music, a little rhythm that was going in my head. So that's what I played. I guess you're from the UK. Well, I man. Bet you can't tell where I'm from, can you? How does the job centre feel about your goal of 10k subs? They are ecstatic because they know if I get to 10k, that I'm going to be going into the job centre with a list, and people in the surrounding areas will get a job. So that's on the cards. Music today is so bad. Well, some of it is, not all of it. Chris, why have my fingernails stopped growing? Who knows? If you are concerned, please go and check out a doctor. See what they say. Now, here we have super chat, we have super stickers, we have memberships. Yeah. And we have more. This is the only place on YouTube where, if you look on my YouTube homepage, look in me posts, you'll see loads and loads and loads of stuff. And it's all there for you. Good morning, Pete. So we got KEFF saying 5'11". Okay. How many members do you have now? I have no idea. I will look though. I will have a look. Who's this geezer? Says JK. Why, I'm just a bonny Geordie lad, man. Right, let's have a little look. Let's go into YouTube Studio. And let's have a little look. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Community, yeah, community. No, that's comments. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? No, it's not that one. Where, man? Where are you? Is it that one? Yes, it is. It's that one. Let's have a little Dixie. Number of members. Total number. And I have, at this present moment in time, there's 2. We've got to do better. And we have to do a lot better than this. And yeah. Much. Come on, mouse. Oh, how man, sort your life out. Yeah, so we've got 2 members, which is extremely bad. Never mind. This new strategy. One video is done for the new strategy. Yes, it is heavy metal footy. You are absolutely spot on, which is why the new strategy kicked into gear yesterday. There's one video changed, and another 49 videos will also change. And hopefully that will work. Because if it works with one, it'll work with them all. Wookie, if you put a soda in a freezer, I don't know. Never tried that. But Geordie Nation is getting content today. There's an introduction on Geordie Nation. There is another one on Geordie Nation, and today there is going to be a third. And the third is going to say to everybody on Geordie Nation, which somebody else will be
collaborating about memberships, about super chats, about stickers, etc. So that's all to come, but it's on Geordie Nation, not on this one. Not at the moment, but it will. I ran out of funds, which is the reason why I've said to you about memberships. Is if you are putting money into the memberships, I can put money to make sure the apps remain live forever. The apps, the memberships, Pete, are to help running costs. And I'm going to give you an example. Okay? I'm going to give you an example. So, in my hand, I have an example. I'll move that and move that. Right. So, to the peak, this is high definition camera so that I don't use this device here, my mobile phone. Yeah, I'm going to be getting a second one of these as a backup to this one, and then what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to get two memory cards which are 512, and they're going inside the cameras. Then I can do content, pull the little cord out of the back of the camera, slot it into the laptop, and up onto the internet, yeah, onto YouTube. And the memberships, what I want to basically do at some point is I want to be able to rent space in the city centre of Nottingham and create a environment where there's Newcastle United pictures, there are music pictures, etc., and there are staff. Yeah, so that's what the memberships pay for. It helps to grow the channel. Yeah, and the meme coins, they're exactly the same. That's exactly the purpose, the sole purpose. Do you need to pay for your membership? Do I need to pay for my membership? It's my channel. Work it out. Hmm? Could a bloke get a pint for under £2? I very much doubt it, unless it's a pint of orange. Yeah. Do people need to? It's building a community. There's a lot of people who that's what the plan is. Build a community, do giveaways, prizes, etc. Pete, to fund a room with memorabilia, that's a very nice market, and business rates are very expensive. Also, there are lots of properties in the city centre that are empty and they've got a for sale on the side of the building. So if you pick one of those, the rate you're going to be paying is going to be less because nobody's been there for a long time. What's the cheapest pint your community can offer? I don't offer a pint. Pete, like a businessman. I can see you looking to buy. They They're owned by overseas mosquitoes, says somebody. Ralph, do you believe in the church? No, no, end of. And, you know, comments like that is like slipping on your backside on a slippy road. Don't do it. Doesn't matter who is being there, business rates are the same. Oh, so the fact that the county council is bankrupt, yeah, if you're bankrupt, you need investment. Pete, I think virtual would be a good way to go. Mm. You look like one pin of a man holding a pitchfork. Okay, lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah. So, um, the likelihood is that things will change. How can I make $10,000 in 30 days? Couldn't tell you. Pete, yes, it doesn't work like that unless you are a cash buyer. They won't give you anything cheaper. So they would have a building, yeah, an office or some kind of property. They would have it empty, collecting nothing, Pete. Yeah, they would have it collecting nothing. Then somebody coming and saying, I'd like that. See, that doesn't make sense. That's a bit like a chocolate fire guard. Yeah, putting a chocolate fire guard in front of a blazing fire and then saying to your kids, oh, well, you know, you're safe because there's a fire guard there. Don't make sense, mate. You have a lovely collection of wrinkles. Guess what? Those wrinkles are going to go. How bad were we yesterday? Long drive back after a match. I hit 352. Yeah, yesterday, that was why you have to try harder song came on. Right, so I'm a Yank, but I would still be in England if my grandpa didn't leave after he lost his farm when the common market in the 70s, I reckon. He moved his family to the USA. I see. USA's having problems as well, though. It's not just the United Kingdom, it's also the United States of America because I watch a lot of American content on YouTube where farmers are struggling because nobody there to bring in the crop. TMAX, free Palestine. Well, Palestine has just been upgraded to something by the government of the United Kingdom. It's a good idea, but premises won't work. It needs to be virtual. No, it's going to be premises. And the reason why it's going to be premises is so that people can so that people can come and have a look at merchandise, which is hoodies, t-shirts, baseball caps, bucket hats, and things like that. Because once it's open and everything's in the office environment, that is what I'm going to have on in the building. Renegade. Feeling kind of funny because I've always been a dummy. Okay. Scott is saying $1 billion got liquidated on the crypto market today. $1 billion. That means Nothing. It's like spare change, man. Dan is saying, so you want to run a social media company with offices for developers to work in, with a shop that sells merch as well. Are you the same Dan off Facebook? Are you that same Dan? Do you know who's got brought? No idea. Fort Knox in the US has been audited since 1973. And Dan saying, I don't think so. I was just asking because there's a Dan on Facebook and he always gripes. Did I ring the college? I'm going in to speak to the college. I'm going face to face to speak to the college. Today, I've had social services in the county council, and I've just had the job centre. Pete, maybe I'm missing something then, but you pay out more than you make. People can't afford £30 for a hoodie. Okay, fair enough. If they can, they want Nike written on it. Well, you see, the thing is this, yeah. This was as I was coming up to 1,000 subscribers. I had an email saying about merch for, not me, for you. And try these different outlets. And one of the outlets was Fourth Wall. So I went on there. Fourth Wall is American. Shopify is American. And I also tried the one in Sheffield. Where's Sheffield? It's up the M1. It's called Swagbox. And you all turn around and says, I don't want your merchandise. It's too expensive and it takes 5 billion years to get here. Okay, a little bit exaggeration, but you didn't want it. However, this new strategy, this new formula that kicked into drive yesterday, that expands everything. So the likelihood is I will smash 10k subscribers and memberships very soon. Pete, not being defensive, I'm just stating a fact. Yeah. The email from YouTube said, why don't you give your subscribers a gift? So I was like, okay. And I went through all the process, and you don't want that gift. Make your mind up, you know? I am going through a tried and tested method. Yeah? Tried and tested. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people have done the same thing. YouTube knows it works. Dan is saying, are you suggesting, Paul, that 10,000 subscribers and 10,000 memberships is a feasible goal? I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. So I'm just going to say this to Dan, yeah, because, he seems to have this bit in his bonnet, yeah. You can roll across the floor like a hyena and you can laugh and laugh and laugh until you go funny colours in the face. I'm trying tested routes by channels. Some of those channels are 998,000. Yeah. Some of those channels are 3 million. If they've done it, I'm going to do it. There you go. And what was that last one? I missed it. You're never going to get 100% of your followers to pay. Watch and learn. Done. Right, let's go back through. What was the gift I got? I recently found your channel. Okay, you've recently found the channel. There's lots. There is Newcastle United predictions, talking about the club, singing about the club. Then you have the artificial apps, the meme coins. There's so much. Right, so I've got that one. So you are going from 2 to 10,000 in how long? Well, that information, sorry, is behind a paywall. You've got to pay to find that information out. And you've already turned round and like put the point across that you have more chance of winning the lottery multiple times than getting a membership. You've made that blunt as a hammer. Launch day is always the most popular time for new merch, etc. Yes. So for a launch in the city centre, there would be the different hoodies, different t-shirts. I did want shirts as well. But Fourth Wall are very limited in what they can do. I don't know, the Pete. I don't know. Have you, Paul? You have under 2K subs, and you've been on YouTube 13 years. Somebody can't count. Heavy Metal Footy. Somebody can't count, because I got a congratulations off YouTube last week. And if you saw my post, then you definitely can't count. I'm willing to pay for a membership if you make good content. The content here is nowhere else. And if it's nowhere else, you're only going to find it here. To catch the drift. John, any news on the car getting fixed? Well, he has a good thing, right? Like I said, ages and ages and ages and ages ago. Yeah. The more you like and subscribe and spread the word so other people can come and do the same thing, the more I earn from YouTube, which means the faster I can leave universal credits. And now, John, I have a brand new strategy. In the brand new strategy, there are 5 new ventures, and they are all on YouTube. You just got to find them. Dan is saying, all of your content is just rambling and how you will do this stuff soon. Dan, and anybody else, did I ever say I was an expert at coding? Did I ever say that? Did I ask in March and April for help? Because I can go back to those videos and post them. Matter of fact, I'll do that. I'll post them and I'll do this new strategy with those videos where I'm asking for help. But like I say, I'm going to go follow this new strategy and I'm sticking to it because I know it works. Because the gold badge that YouTube gives you at 1 million, I've seen that on 5 channels. Right? Now, that's what I'm saying. And what I'll also say, Dan, is this: I am not perfect. Never was, never will be. And I'll repeat one thing. If you don't like what I do, do that. So easy. Yeah, so easy. Right, let's get back to everybody else. Sorry, just joined. What is the new strategy? You're going to have to work that one out. That's a secret. Ultra top secret. Because I've seen it where last year, last September, October, November of last year, people were coming in and turning around and saying, "Oh, he's got all these new subscribers. Quick, everybody, unsubscribe." And then back, and then back, and then back, and then back. It's like a game of tennis, man. Well, that can never ever happen again because the manager who was of our group, she turned round and says, "You can never fall back. It's onwards and upwards." And as I've said to Dan before, don't like it, do that. Dead easy. Do I have a significant other? Are you talking about partner? Dan is a member. Well done, Dan. Well done. Standing up to the plate. Awesome. Now, what I'm doing is I'm using a lot of information from Motto. That information, she's pulled in the big guns, i.e. YouTube channels who are, 4 of them were multi-million. And what they do is they come in to a Google Meets and they tell you what you should be doing because they have over 800,000 subscribers and members, and some have in excess of 3 million. So, yeah. Now, the more people do what Dan's just done, the more we can get Susan. And Susan's outside. She needs a new MOT. She will need new brake pipes on the back end. She will need new brakes, etc. That costs money. So the more people join, like Dan has just done, don't forget to report your earnings. Listen, Dan, I'm as transparent as a piece of glass to them at Universal Credit. I am the only person out of 9 work coaches. Yes, 9. And why? Is because the other 8 were like some of you who some people turned round and went, "Oh, he's on YouTube." Well, that's not a job. That's definitely not a job. But as I kept saying to them, and I'll say it to you, there's a young lad, it's called Matt Armstrong, BMX, and Matt lives 35 minutes from where I'm sitting. He has 2 YouTube channels, and both his YouTube channels are over 5 million strong. And he began doing tandoori restaurant, working in a garage with his dad, and now he fixes smashed up cars and he goes to casinos in Monte Carlo. So it can be done. Dan is saying, bit of a difference. Why? Why is it a bit of a difference? Because Matt is in his late 30s and I'm 58. Is that the difference? Or is it the fact that I have almost 1,700 subscribers aiming for a much higher target? Which is it done? Pond, welcome in. Well, he makes loads of money from his channel. Yeah, he does. But I was there at the start, at the very start, when Hannah had crashed her Audi. I was there at the start. I'm one of his very first subscribers, and I am still a subscriber. All you do is come on live and beg for subs and members. No, incorrect, Metal Footy. Due to being in a YouTube content creators bootcamp, YouTube wants you to become members. That's why they tell us. That's why they bring in the big guns who will talk to us for half an hour and give us ideas. These people have thriving businesses and they are giving up their time for the managers at YouTube, and we are listening. The Pete is saying, is your Monteo going to be the version of no? Anna, how old are you? 70. Not quite. Long time to go. Dan is saying, to quote you, Paul, that counts for clicks, clicks and fingers. You mean this? Do you mean that? What is it doing? What's that doing? It's nothing to do with clicks and fingers, man. Really. Brandon, don't swear. Straight up, don't swear. I don't want anybody swearing in my channel. Guess what, Dan? Guess what? Today, you're getting your membership back. So, like I say, today, I'm going to send your membership back. Don't want people who don't believe. So, consider it sent back. I will find out the information and you will get it back. Because I don't want anybody backstabbing me. And I just said to that person before, no swearing. No swearing means no swearing. I don't care. You're on my channel. He never backstabbed. No, he's just turned round and said that I'm dense. I've worked hard all my life. Someone calls me dense, that's stabbing me in the back. If somebody comes and kicks your legs away from under you, then they're no good. End of. I've always said here on my channel, things I wouldn't do. If I don't do them, you don't do them. Okay? Don't swear. I don't get like raise my voice, getting really, really angry. There's no point. But what I will say to you is this: when you pay to become a member and then you turn around and you say the host is dense, that's an insult. You can take it how you want it. As I said, Pete, and I'll tell you all, the new strategy is going to bring new people in. It's tried and tested. And that's the first video is done. There's 49 more to come. No, it doesn't. Calling a person dense is like slapping them in the face. You don't slap people in the face. You just don't do it. And you know, you were saying, Dan was saying earlier about good content. You get content here that doesn't exist. Nobody else is doing that. Because nobody else is doing it. I am. Now, the new strategy, I've got 49 videos to finish by 6 p.m. And then over between now and Friday, another 49. And each week, carry on until I smash through 10k. Dan, by dense, he means your brain can hold a lot of information. It's TikTok lingo. I'm on TikTok and I've never heard anybody say that. I have loads of content on TikTok, but I've never heard that before. I'll Google it. See what I'll go on to TikTok after this and I'll ask a few of my friends, because I've been missing from TikTok for what, March, April? I think it's March, April, because I was trying to fix Seeking You and the other. Better, was it Heavy Metal Footy? Better trying to get the original subs first. I'm pushing towards 3, and I want for people to get the meme I want 3K subs and 3K memberships. Then somebody gets a nice bag. But you've got to have a phantom wallet. You can't get it any other way. No to, yeah, all these different sides of TikTok based on what generation you're from. Explain. Paul, give the lad a chance. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Pete. Okay, the Pete. Yeah. Okay. Too many things in my head at the moment, anyway. So, okay, I will give Dan a second chance. You don't get that in life. Just be remembered that. You don't get a second chance in life. No to you. Paul, I will never buy your coin. That's fine. Just remember this. No to you. Remember this. In 2030, if you come onto the channel and you say, I wish I had a bought, your comment will be deleted as fast as you type it. And you might get put in a 5-minute timeout. Vlad, it's not the real Vladimir. I know that much. Speaking of which, are you looking for any work? What I'm doing is concentrating on what is coming. It's the algorithm. Well, yeah, it's part of the algorithm, but there's also secrets. And the secrets, there's one secret already done. And 4 extra. It shows different content to each person. Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I say, I mean, Dan the Creator is one. It's got 200 and something thousand. And I regularly, every week, look at his content. And what I do is I go into his chat and I subscribe to every single person there. And all the low ones who are like less than 100 or just over 100, I always say to them, look, persevere. You have to. You've got to be passionate. You've got to be determined. Otherwise, you're never going to get anything in life. I hope my support shows I'm doing my part. Yeah, it is. I mean, like I say, there's lots of things on my mind, including 49 videos today. Each video is already done. They're just old videos to be converted. And once they're converted, bang, move on to the next. So by 6 o'clock at night, the 49 will be done. Then move to the next 49, then the next 49, and the next 49. No, Pete. No. The videos are already done. It's a new strategy. A lad, I think the kid's American. I think one's 25. His best friend is 30. And one of their sisters has 3 million. And between the three of them. Do I play cricket? Wow. I tried cricket years ago. 49 videos. Wow, you're on the road. No, what I'm doing is I'm using content that's already there. I'm tweaking the content because I'm following a strategy by the 30-year-old and the 25-year-old. He may be 25. He's definitely American. All of them have the silver. You get the silver at 100K, and you get the gold at 1 million. The Pete. What do you think about the people at the job centre? Hold on. Are they useless? Sounds like it. Well, look at it this way, yeah. When I came down to Nottingham, 2019, I was on universal credit, but I was also a carer, and they couldn't touch me. My mum passed away in 2022, and in the January, early January, they called me in and said, well, you're not a carer anymore. And then began a scheme where it was like, get you back to work. And I turned around and says, well, hold on a second. It's already saying get you back to work. Fix the shoulder. I'll go back to work. I have a card in my wallet. I'll show you the card. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. So, no, it's here. Beg my pudding. There you go. It ran out 2018. Yeah. So it's well out of date. But you can't drive. It's illegal to drive a bus without that. And I found something I didn't even know I had. Do you remember when I spoke to you all about cryptocurrency exchanges and being locked out of an exchange? Do you remember when I said that? Am I infringing on anybody's copyright? No. One thing I do in some of the videos where you can hear a person speak. What I do is the channel I'm watching, I go at in the post. Gives them a bit of respect. Well, the one thing I'd say is this, Pete. Yeah. The very first job centre I went to in the West Road, Newcastle, when I got the boot from driving a bus. That's not a job centre anymore. What happened to these ERC20s? They are on WX and they require about a couple of £100 converted from a couple of £100 to Ethereum. Then Ethereum gets converted to WXG, and you put that to the community, 6 million strong, and say, here is the asset, and if you give me a yes vote, I will give you a bag of that asset. And that's what I'll do. I'll give a bag full of each ARC20 for their vote. That's simple. If they're worth 1,000, you'd have done it ages ago. No, because there's a lot of things have happened since I left Newcastle. Guess what? There you go. He's gone. That person can never come back into chat unless he changes his email. But if he changes his email, he'll have the same thing again. Paul, aliens, do you believe? Yes. 100%. Yeah. Who did I kick? Vlad. Gone. So, right. I have been live 1 hour and a bit. And thank you all very much, including Dan. Thank you all. And what you got to remember is this: super stickers and memberships, memes, and more. If you want to find them, go onto my YouTube channel, click on a video, and the merchandise, the hoodies, the beanie hats, the baseball caps, everything's there. Okay? And I will see everybody, hopefully, 7 p.m. And thank you all. You make my day. You really do. Because that's what I want to do. I want to build a strong community. And what I'm going to do with the meme, whichever meme I use, is the meme is going to buy merchandise from the Newcastle United shop in front of you. And then there you go. There's the carrier bag. And you've got your whatever you've bought in there. So see you all soon. 7 p.m. Bye for now.